So you love Twilight.
Yeah.
For many reasons at this point, I bet.
Depends on what reasons.
Oh, okay.
I don't think any of the boys are hot or cute.
Do you prefer the books or the movies?
I definitely prefer the books. I feel like there's just so much more you can see in your head than when someone puts it on a screen, and it was the first time that I'd ever experienced that.
But there's all this great, like, tension,
I
sexual
love
tension,
that.
but not. And I mean, I remember
Yeah.
in the first movie, watched it, and it's like, wow, they want each other, but they're not doing it. And you get to the big moment where he watches her sleep, and it's the most romantic thing imaginable for her. Like, wow, we're not gonna have sex. This is great. And like, I'm like, as a man, I'm like, don't totally understand that. And as a young woman, it's like, yes, exactly.
Finally, someone gets it. No, I guess I didn't see it that way reading the books. It kind of came to life very vividly on the screen.
Do you see what we've done? We're gonna make such fools of ourselves.
I like that haunting thing that Bella has sort of within her at all times. I've felt that, and I've been through those situations where it's just this haunting feeling all the time of whether it's like something that's forbidden that you just can't have, or whether, I mean, it could be a million things, but there's sort of this obsession throughout the whole book that I really related to, and I loved reading it.
I mean, the other reason why I'm sure you love Twilight is because you got on the soundtrack, and that helped propel your career to another plateau.
Yeah.
But you really wanted to be on that soundtrack. How did that happen?
I think I called John Janik, who's like the head of our label, and I said, we're writing this song right now, and I really want you to check it out for Twilight because I think it could fit. And I knew our fans would love it. And he, after making that phone call, it was like, okay, they want you to record it. It was a fun challenge getting there, and then once it happened, it was just like, I couldn't believe it turned into what it was. It was like ridiculous. We were at the premiere, we were meeting like movie stars. It was crazy.
You talked about going to church all the time. Do you still go to church all the time?
We're all used to going to church every Sunday kind of thing, and then as soon as we started touring, like we're a lot of times we're playing shows on Sundays, and we're on a plane, or
you pray together as a band?
We do before every show.
Yeah, before every show and every practice, pretty much everything.
Yeah, it's really weird how much everything changed once we started touring. I mean, I remember spending one Easter Sunday at Hooters, we did. And it's just because your life on tour, you don't remember what day it is, how you feel and a personal relationship. And
yeah, I feel like you may not be going to church, but God and Jesus is still very important and present to you.
To all of us, right?
Is that the way it is?
Totally, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like when you're out on the road, like we said, there's no church, and it really is even hard to get all of us together to even do it. It's more about like your personal relationship.
I mean, you guys are Christians who rock. You are not doing Christian rock, but are there Christian allusions in the music that I'm not noticing?
Illusions, we hide them in there.
Yeah, we're like subliminal messages to try and trick kids into Christianity.
Well, no, I mean, there's a lot of hip-hop that, talks about a lot of Muslim in particular messages, and if you don't know that language, you don't know that you're getting all these Muslim lessons. So I don't know if you guys are sprinkling some stuff in there that I just haven't read enough to know.
If someone has a question and they ask us, we love talking about it. It's something that we're passionate about, but it's not our job to teach people.
Spread it,
yeah, we are totally having fun and hope that we can be a positive influence and people can come out and have a good time and listen to our music. And I think that what we believe will most likely always shape our opinions and our thoughts, but it's not our goal to write that down and spread it for everyone to learn from.
What would Jesus say about Paramore?
I don't know.
That's interesting.
That's why. I mean, I'm glad I don't know because I'm not Jesus. Everyone kind of has their own take on religion and on faith, whether they believe something or not, and it's not my job to tell them, and it's not Jeremy's job to tell them if it's right or not. We can only deal with our own hearts, and I'm comfortable